Hello and welcome to Mailtrap videos, where we explore the world of emails. This time, we'll explain how to send and receive emails in C#. The most common way to send emails in C# is by using a simple mail transfer protocol. However, C# isn't able to communicate with an SMTP server on its own. So, you'll need the .NET framework. .NET uses SMTP client class of the System Net Mail namespace, which is somewhat outdated and no longer recommended for development. A better and more popular alternative is the MailKit library, and that's what we'll be using in today's video. Let's start by installing the MailKit library via NuGet. Next, configure the using namespaces that will be needed to send emails. Build the new message by calling a new instance of the MIME message class. Configure the from address by indicating the sender name and email address. Then specify the recipient. And set the subject. Prepare the builder instance and initialize it with text using the text body property. This will allow us to send a plain text message. Set the email body. Now, we need to create a new instance of the SMTP client class of the MailKit library and connect it. Here, we'll use the SMTP credentials provided by Mailtrap email sending. Specify the SMTP host as live.smtp.mailtrap.io and set the port. Authenticate with the SMTP server using the username and password indicated in your Mailtrap account. Use the disconnect method and set it to true to instruct the code to send a quit command to close the connection. Finally, send an email. And there you go, the email is in your inbox. At some point, you'll probably need to send an HTML email from your C# project, and you can easily do that using the MailKit library. Simply change the body of the message to HTML in the code piece we used earlier and insert the HTML formatted text. Run the code once again and check the inbox. Voila, the HTML email has successfully arrived. Now let's add an attachment. For that, simply add an attachment in the builder instance of the message. Don't forget to indicate the file path and the name of the attachment correctly. Run the code and check the inbox, and there you go. Finally, let's see how you can add an embedded image to your email. First, add MIMEKit utils to the namespace of your code. Then, prepare the instance for the image you're going to embed as indicated on the screen. We're using the linked resources property, which will allow us to add a special type of attachment and link to it from the HTML body. Generate the message ID. Set the HTML body for the builder with an embedded image in the image source. Let's build our project and run the code. Ta-da! We have embedded the image successfully. The methods we described earlier are perfectly okay to send single or bulk email messages from your C# project. However, they all use an SMTP server, which requires a lot of back and forth communication, and can be slow when sending large volumes of emails. An email API is faster in those cases, and provides more flexibility. As with the SMTP server, we'll be using Mailtrap email sending credentials to send emails from C# with an email API. To get started, we'll need to install the required REST Sharp package via NuGet. Next, use the REST Sharp namespace and prepare the instance of the REST client. We need to pass the API address, which you can find in the official Mailtrap documentation. Define the API email object by adding the from and to addresses, the subject, and the text. Create a new instance of REST request class and assign it to the request variable. We need to hit the send endpoint with the post method. Add a header with an API token and insert the value. Add a JSON body, which is API email. Moving on to the response, set it to await client execute async. This will send the request to the REST client asynchronously and await the response. Now, define the response content and run the code. the success message appeared. Check the inbox, and everything's running smoothly. If you're building an email client application or some sort of email-based integration, you might need to enable your C# project to retrieve emails from a POP3 or an IMAP server. Luckily, the MailKit library has that functionality as well. In this example, we'll be retrieving emails from POP3. We'll use Mailtrap email testing in this case, an email sandbox that captures all the SMTP traffic. Like in the earlier examples, we should start by inserting the proper namespaces, and prepare the POP3 client afterward. Connect to the POP3 client by indicating the POP3 host, port, and encryption. We're using email testing's POP3 credentials, but you can use any other POP3 server. Authenticate the server with the username and password of your email testing inbox. Loop through the client with client count. Define the message as client get message and use the console write line method to output the subject of the message to the console. When you're done looping through all the messages, disconnect the client. Run the code. And there you go, we can now see all of the emails in our inbox. All done! Now you can easily send and receive emails in your C# project. Feel free to check out our other videos to learn more about email sending in .NET and other frameworks. All the links will be available in the description below. We hope you found the tutorial helpful, and we thank you very much for watching this video, brought to you by Mailtrap, an email delivery platform to test, send, and control your email infrastructure in one place. Like and share this video, and subscribe to our channel to see more tutorials like this one. Don't forget to check out our other videos for more useful content on email deliverability. See you in the next one.